Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. The Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's McClain. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Utah Utes offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
To the air, it's Tollefson. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Will not get... A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Utes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. On unleashes one deep. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Turner. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
It'll be a run on third and short. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And the Buffaloes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Looking for the goal line. He was angling for that pylon, and the defense stopped him short on 4th and goal. You Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. And the Utes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Creates a little space. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Line getting set on second down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Finds his man. It's Dickey. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Now guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's Tollefson. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And with that miss, still down by a deuce and missing an opportunity to take the lead. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He's got the back in the middle. Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. The lead up to 5 in the second quarter. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Tollefson. Looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been light.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Utah.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 10 over Troy. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Just a short pass to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Finds us back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Quick strike complete. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets...
Trying to beat the D deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield complete.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the 1st half's winding down.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt and from the right side. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Lead now 5 here in the second.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Utes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lacy. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Jumped on top of the pile.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He's going to throw deep right side. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Leaves it with the running back. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
This is why Rice Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country.
the third quarter. This quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Got it behind the line. It's Turner. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They go to the ground. Gets it up to the 26-yard line. They keep it on the ground, and that paid off. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option, creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Punts it out of the air. At the 35, he's open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Got him downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. They're working that left side. He's not gonna make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from in, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. Got a little space. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Makes one man miss. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Powers forward. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and goal. See if they can even operate in this noise. He'll keep it on the sneak. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Running back searching for a hole. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Trying to impose their will with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Dickey. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Tollefson. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it, 1st down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now on 1st down from the 43. They try to pop a run on the draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And this is one of those plays late in the game. If it works, everybody's jacked. But if it doesn't, everybody's complaining. You run that draw play, you're down, you need a big play, and you only get a handful of yards. This offense has got to go and got to go now.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Tight end now in motion. It's a draw. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And the Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Looking to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. They'll leave it with the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Snagged on the outside, it's Nicky. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one.
That's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. You're obviously down here in the red zone. It's overtime. The windows are going to be small. He just got a bit too aggressive with his decision-making. The defense makes him pay. And now they're giving it back to their offense with a chance.
Breaks into the open. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Back to throw, it's Thompson. A strike downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Utah! This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in Oakland.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over.